Greetings and welcome back to yet another daily run, and today we are playing as Judas. And Judas is always fun because he's one of those characters that does have high starting damage and early floors are not too much of a drag with him. But sadly you can see that today's daily video is much shorter than usual, and that is because I did come up to an early demise, unfortunately. The run just proved to be a bit too much for me and I was maybe a bit sleepy, not feeling well. Either way, it just wasn't my day. And I ended up dying very early. I didn't even get to boss rush. So what went wrong, right? I think whenever I lose, I usually go back to replay them in practice mode, but because I did a lot of recording today and because this daily kind of had a lot of annoying tough rooms, I didn't feel like going back and exploring. So I think this is a good opportunity to just look back on the decisions we made and see what exactly went wrong. So first of all, keeping the Book of Belial here over Crystal Ball, I feel is a very sensible choice because the Book of Belial does have more benefits than Crystal Ball, at least early on, and we did get the dream item from our boss, which is the Super Bandage, which of course increases our health and also gives us a few Spirit Hearts. So that's amazing, but at the same time, you know, if we did have Crystal Ball in some situations, that maybe we could optimize our runs a little bit better. But of course, in rooms like this one, like on the floor, they just kept coming. I don't know what was going on. I could have dodged better here, I know, but I was surprised by how many enemies are in this room. I don't encounter this room often, and when I do, apparently, I really was surprised by how many enemies there were, and I was super happy that I decided to stick with my Book of Belial. And of course, Book of Belial also does give you increased chances of finding devil deals later on. So that's another bonus as to why to keep it. And I did eat 1.5 hearts of damage here in this room exactly because one of the enemies that ran into me was a champion. So that's kind of unfortunate, but again, sometimes they're gonna... some of these rooms are just very hard to predict, especially when you don't encounter them often. You end up running into situations where you're going to get damaged because, of course, you don't know the room layout. And I thought there were much less enemies in the room than there were. Like, this room has a lot of enemies, but, you know, at least I see it more often than the one before, so I know what to expect, so then I can kind of dodge better. This treasure room contained Undefined, and I chose to pick it up because the Undefined item does allow us to visit secret rooms, second secret rooms, and also sometimes error rooms. And I felt like that was much better for us because then we can find hopefully more items, Spirit Hearts, things like that, over just having a damage up. Even though our run isn't very strong, maybe in retrospect we should be able to keep Book of Belial because, like I said, this run does not have a lot of damage. But at the same time, I feel like the Undefined does bring you too many benefits to ignore, especially when you think that you're going to finish a run. So that means that visiting 2 or 3 extra rooms every floor does give you a lot of points as well. But as it was, you know, I just played a bet. You saw me taking so much damage against Ultra Pride there in the... I think it was Pride. The big green guy. What got me really was his spit attack, and it had longer range than I expected for some reason. Like I said, I don't fight some of these enemies often enough, and I was having an off day, I guess, and then I just ended up getting hit 3 times, which of course means that we got hit for our red health, which decreases our chance of getting a devil deal on this floor. What didn't help was these small rooms for bosses that came in afterward. It was this floor and the next floor as well, and finding some of these bosses in these small rooms is one of the most, not infuriating things, but some of the most tedious things, because you know that you can't escape some hits or some damage and that you'll get hit regardless of what you do, and that is not just a fun experience, and that's the reason why I decided not to replay it as well. But yeah, I think sticking here with Book of Belial would be a better choice for us, because then we will at least have a chance of getting a devil deal, and of course we would have that boost of damage over the Undefined item, even though Undefined would probably be better if I played better. But to kind of compensate for our mistakes, I think that Book of Belial would definitely be the better active item in this situation, at least. We even got... I took a few pills, none of them were too bad, but as you can see, because we do have I Am a Wizard, and it's a small room again, and we're fighting Mega Fatty here, things are not looking up. Somehow I managed to explode the face in my barrel, and I ended up hitting myself as well. And of course we didn't get any DPS items from our boss or our item rooms, and I didn't get any devil deals because I did get hit. and right about now things kind of start going downhill for me. I just kind of got hit so many times, I got tilted a bit, and things just got worse from here. And even though maybe, you know, I think I would be able to survive this on 3 health if I kind of tried a bit better, or if I wasn't in a weird mood when I was playing, I guess. But yeah, as it turned out, I just ended up dying on this floor and how appropriate that fire or the tear from the flame got me. I didn't even see it when it spawned. I saw it when it was too late, and I tried to dodge. If you watch the video again, I think you'll see what I mean when I say it's just kind of appeared and got me out of nowhere. But because this is a daily challenge, you know, maybe taking the Book of Belial would be a bit better for us, because we weren't very strong, and that would maybe allow us to get a Devil Deal or 2, and then maybe got us a few better items. But as it was, this is how it is. Some dailies are not gonna go so well, and I'm okay with that. I thank you guys for watching if you did, and I hope to see you next time.